Hello everyone. Today we are going over stairways and ladders in construction, and everything we will talk about today is found in subpart X 1926.1050 through 1060. Okay, the areas we're covering today, first we're going to go over the general requirements for stairways and ladders, and then we're going to talk about general stairway requirements, and then we'll start talking about stair rails and handrails, and then we'll start going into ladders. And then the first one we'll do is self-supporting portable ladders. Then we'll talk about non-self-supporting portable ladders. And then last in ladders, we'll talk about fixed ladders. And then after that, we will start talking about ladder usage requirements, and then finally we'll finish off with ladder tidiness. Okay, so the first one we're talking about is general requirements, and for this one it just says a stairway or ladder shall be provided at all personnel points of access where there is a break in elevation of 19 inches or more, and no ramp, runway, slope, embankment, or personnel hoist is provided. So here on the left, obviously it's just, this is not what you want to see on a construction site or anything going on. This is unsafe. It's just, we're going to try to eliminate everything we can do with this photo. Now on the right, you see the correct stairway. See, it has 19 inches, so it needs a stairway right here. So they put one. And then on the little right side picture, you got more than 19 inches on both the ladders. So, and there's no ramp, runway underneath those ladders or under the stairs. So those are all correct. Okay. So next, we will talk about general stairway requirements. So on stairways that will not be a permanent part of the structure on which construction work is being performed shall have landings of not less than 30 inches in the direction of travel and extend at least 22 inches in width at every 12 feet or less of vertical rise. So let me explain the pictures here. On the left, this is the correct one. This is the one we like to see. It's very safe. You can see that it has 30-inch landings, probably before every 12 feet. So those are nice. And then you can see that there's 22 inches of width on those landings. So the left one, perfect. We like that. And then on the right, it's kind of got a couple things going on. First thing we're gonna talk about this one is that it's got one stair going up, and it's obviously over 12 feet in length, so it needs a landing. So obviously that's not correct. And then another thing we'll talk about next is guardrails and top rails. Is that doesn't have it either. So we don't like to see that one on the right. All right, so here we go in the stair rails and handrails. Stairways having 4 more risers or rising more than 30 inches, whichever is less, shall be equipped with at least one handrail and one stair rail system along each unprotected side or edge. So let's dig into the left side picture. See, it labels the risers, the landing platforms, and whatnot. So in our requirement, it says if the stairway has more than 4 risers, so you can tell which is riser, which is just an individual stair. If you have 4, you need a handrail. So you can see the handrail, and it has a stair rail on there too. I think it's the top one. So all right, and then on the right photo, not really sure if this is on a construction site. It's what it pulled up on Google. So, but you can obviously tell that this does not. It has one little handrail for the unprotected side, or protected side, excuse me. But on the unprotected side, which obviously falls off very far, there's no stair rail or handrail. So we do not want to see anything like this, or it looks unsafe at all. All right, so next we're going to talk about self-supporting portable ladders. So for for this one, it says each self-supporting portable ladder shall be capable of supporting the following loads without failure: at least 4 times the maximum intended load, except that each extra heavy-duty type 1A metal or plastic ladder shall sustain at least 3.3 times the maximum intended load. So right there, it just means that if it's an extra heavy-duty, it doesn't need to hold at least 4 times. It only needs to hold 3.3 times. So, and then the end of this, it says the ability of a ladder to sustain the loads indicated in this paragraph shall be determined by applying or transmitting the requisite load to the ladder in a downward vertical direction. Okay, so on the left side, this is a compliance ladder. Like it fits all the requirements. It obviously it looks like it follows these regulations. So the left one is good. Now we look at the right one, and obviously it's broken. It doesn't look like it would follow OSHA standards with weight on a construction site, so we just need to be careful and make sure we're taking an extra step to keep these ladders intact, so nothing bad happens. All right, so the next one is the non-self-supporting portable ladder, which is just the straight ladders that kind of not fold, but they come back into one. But so these 3 ladder requirements, the last slide, this slide, and the next slide, they're all pretty much the same, besides a little bit, and I'll explain it. But yeah, this one's pretty much the same. It says at least 4 times the maximum intended load, and then it talks about the extra heavy-duty type 1A metal or plastic ladder shall sustain at least 3.3 times the maximum intended load. So talking about the extra-duty type 1A metal or plastic, so the better versions, you could say. So the ability of a ladder to sustain the loads indicated in this paragraph shall be determined by applying or transmitting the requisite load of the ladder in downward vertical direction when the ladder is placed at an angle of 75.5 degrees from the horizontal. So it's basically saying, like, the testing for like the ladder strength, they're all done different ways for each ladder. So this is how this one needs to be done. So on the pictures, the top one, that's the ladder we like to see. This is obviously fulfilling what its role is supposed to be used for. It looks safe. That's what we like to see. And then this bottom one it's wooden. It's broken. We need to avoid stuff like this at all costs. Obviously, the bottom one doesn't look anything like it should be used on a construction site, but we just need to do our best to keep them intact, just like the other ones. Make sure they're safe. So next, we are going to talk about the fixed ladder requirement, and obviously, this ladder is just a ladder that's attached to a building or whatnot. And this one's a little different. It says that the following loads without failure should be at least 2 loads of 250 pounds each, concentrated between any 2 consecutive attachments, plus anticipated loads caused by ice buildup, winds, rigging, and impact loads resulting from the use of ladder safety devices. Each step or rung shall be capable of supporting a single concentrated load of at least 250 pounds applied in the middle of the step or rung. So these need to be pretty sturdy, obviously. So each of these steps needs to hold 250 pounds, and at least if they're pretty tall, they're going to have sections. So each section needs to be able to hold at least 2 loads of 250 pounds, so 500 pounds in one section for each section. So, but yeah, let's talk about the one on the right first. So this is the correct fixed ladder. It shows a little protective gate or protective guardrail around the top part of it, and that's a smart idea. That's the best idea. That's the smart idea. So Obviously, this one's right. It's got the protector. It's sturdy. Everything. Up top, you can see it's got the handrail guardrail too. So, and then on the left, this is a little bit sketchier one. It just by the looks of it, it's rusted. It doesn't have the protective guardrail gate around it, and then it doesn't. I don't think it could hold 250 pounds, like it says. Supporting a single concentrated load of at least 250 pounds is applied in the middle of the stepper rung. I don't know. I don't think they could. So the left one is non-compliance. It ain't gonna work. Let's try to make them look more like the right. Okay, so the next one we're gonna talk about is ladder usage, and this one's probably pretty common. So for this one, ladders should be used only for the purpose for which they were designed. So let's dig in here to the pictures because this explains it better. So the top one obviously is using their ladder correctly. That's what we like to see. And the bottom one, here we go, non-compliance, no go on the very left. Looks let's not do that. Middle, that looks even more dangerous than the one on the left. Just all dumb ideas. Ladders should be used for only the purpose for which they're designed for, and that's unsafe. And especially the one on the right. He's leaning it up. He doesn't even have both the foldable legs out. No, we don't want to see that. All right, so the last requirement we're going to be talking about is the ladder tidiness around the construction site. So the area around the top and bottom of ladder shall be kept clean. Obviously, this should be a golden rule on all construction sites, but it's good that it's a requirement. So let's look at the right one. Boom, he's clean underneath. We like to see that. Nothing on the top. He's clear at the top. Usually we're doing roof sites, you'll see some shingles up there. You'll see other type of equipment up there. But this right one's good. We like to see that. On the left here, we got all sorts of stuff laying out. If you wanted to move the ladder, you'd have to move all sorts of other stuff. So let's just do a good job of keeping the stuff clean underneath, because this is a hazard when stuff's in the way. So, all right, thank you.